when it came to choosing the career path, it was kind of like you kind of had to figure out what was I good at, and honestly, I couldn't really think of anything at the time. I didn't really know where I would lie as far as my career went. So I kind of did. I did transition year, and that gave me the opportunity to go out and do work experience in places. Like I did work experience in an accountant's. I did work experience in a newspaper because I thought I wanted to be a journalist. All those type of things, and it just never really, none clicked. It never worked. So then I went and I went to DKIT. I went to the open day, and I found out that they had a production of music and audio course, and I was like, okay. And then I had been playing around with the rap thing, and that was when I decided, I was like, you know, I'm going to try this. I'm going to go for it. And so I spent most of like say 4 years in between now and then just trying to hone my craft and become better at it. And then kind of now it's kind of sped up now, and it's like looking like a real option. I started when I was 14 years old. I started writing when I was 14. Now recording I didn't start until I was 16. By no means was that. So I started writing kind of really, really bad poetry at like 14. And then from there it was kind of went from 14 to 16. And then once 16 came, I managed to get a microphone and invest a little bit in myself and decided to start messing around with actually record. As far as inspirations go, of course you have your inspirations in the music and then you have your inspirations outside of it. In the music, a lot of people would say Eminem because of the white guy. I know it was kind of cliche, but the main inspiration for me was Jay-Z. I saw Run This Town in 2009. It went to number 1 on the UK charts. It was like the first hip hop song I'd ever seen that went number 1, and then I started doing my research into Jay-Z, started realizing like all the stuff he had done and where he came from and all that type of thing, and I was like, okay, I really want to do this now.
If you boys really know, this is not familiar. I'll explain later. But for now, let me get back to this paper. I'm a couple things down and I'm trying to get back. I just lost a grip, but got the flip for 5 stacks.
As far as inspirations outside of like the real music thing, I'd have to say probably Frankie Almu or Ghost and Host. He was the main guy who kind of introduced me to, you know, before that I was just a guy writing words, and then he finally kind of taught me the way and how things worked, and that was mainly what inspired me to really take it seriously, because unless someone believes in you, there's no real thing for you to be like, oh, I should definitely go and do this. Like, he was the first person who really was like, okay, definitely, you should try this. And he kind of pushed me from there. When the whole idea came about for the round table, I was probably considered the kind of dark horse of that group because no one really knew who I was. For those of you who don't know, the round table consisted of me, Tommy G, Lord Shunnigan, Emmett Nino Hayes, Zane, and Ghost and Host. That was 5 of us, and basically what happened was we were the five people from Louth who felt like we could do something. We felt like if we came together, we could do something special. When you look at the landscape of how things were in Louth at the time, I was unknown. Nino had hit like 20,000 views on YouTube, so he was popping off at the time. Angie was doing shows for 500 to 1,000 people down here every weekend, and Zane had just signed a record deal to a label out in London, and then Frankie and me were kind of just like, we were new. So the thing that I learned most from that experience was getting yourself into that room and realizing you belong there.
You know me, I'm the sickest and illest. I spit cold like snow, so it's feeling like Christmas. You in the church, man, asking for religious forgiveness. I'm killing the system, this is war, not business. On our rise to the top, we left lives in the gutter. We don't care about their wives, their sons, their brothers, and now they see disappointment in the eyes of their mothers. Cause we killed the country and left bloodstains on the...
I met Tommy, and he was like, yo, I rap. And I was like, yo, but I want to make beats. I want to make rap beats too. And it was like, it's like, okay, you can make me rap beats and I can rap on your beats, and then we can like become famous together. It was so crazy back then. And so we got talking anyway. Like he said, one of the days he actually came down to outside my church after the church was over, and we got talking. And I asked him a bunch of questions. I was actually testing him at this point to see about his musical knowledge, because he's very soulful. He's very into his hip hop. Like, you could tell it's not like a gimmick for him. He wants this shit.
Saw the shares, I saw the views, I saw the likes, I saw the comments. I was scared, I was confused, and then I cried, if I'm honest, because when I started I was outlandish and stupid for being the kid that actually wants to make it out through his music. I felt useless, I felt worthless, I felt lower than ever. If it wasn't for my people, wouldn't have held it together. Pushed on, pushed forward through the storm of adversity, tried to break the molds and the norms with all this diversity. Word to quest, for first breath to dearly departed. Never forget where you came from, always remember where you started. Wale said at first, it's a love-hate thing. I had to go, I had to conquer to become the king. This country made me alone, made me cold, made me heartless. Wherever my spirit roams, remember home is where the heart is.
When I go, your voice begging, please. And when I go, your voice remember me. I'll go wherever I wanna go, must you know. I'll go wherever my spirit roams.
To me, he was never somebody that would get up there and portray himself in front of people. I think when he did transition year at the community school, I think that brought a lot out of him, and I think that's where he got the wherewithal really to do it. But he has surprised me. We've gone from being quite shocked, really, I suppose, to hopefully doing all we can to support him. We think he's got his head screwed on. He's covering all his bases by not only pursuing his performing side, he's studying to do the bits and pieces that go on behind the cameras as well, and the recording and things like that. So we're quite proud of him for doing that, and not just putting all his eggs in one basket as such. But yeah, very, very proud of him.
I was only saying the other day, I listened to his new album for the first time in the car, and it's actually amazing. It was the first time I actually got to sit down and properly listen to it.
I'll go wherever my spirit roams.
Okay. When I started, it always felt like I was hating on, and I was hating on for all the right reasons. Number one, I was putting out really subpar quality music. Like, the actual audio quality was terrible. Like, I would never listen to my old music. It's all gone now, thank God. But also what I was talking about wasn't real. I was playing a role. I was trying to be someone I wasn't. Like, I was talking about cars and stuff, and that had nothing to do with me. I suppose I was just trying and emulate what Jay-Z was talking about. And I saw what people liked, and I was like, oh, I'll just try and fit that role, but that's not what they wanted to hear. It led to a couple of times where some bad stuff happened. Like, of course, like, you get as you said there, I posted on Facebook, SoundCloud. You post it up, and then that just gives people free rein to say whatever they want. So you get the worst of the worst comments back, and then you see other bad stuff starts happening where you're like it made you really question whether is this for you. It got to a point there where I was walking home. Where was I? Well, it doesn't matter. I was walking home, and three guys who I will not name jumped me, and they hit me and they kicked me and all that type of stuff. And it was proper. It was what had to. It's fine now. We're friends now, which is funny. But at the time, when you're walking home after that happens, and you're like, you walk back into the house, and I just came up and I just sat, and I was like, oh, maybe this isn't worth that. It's not worth that.
Me personally, we've had it quite hard, and I have to say, having lost both my parents, my two children, Thomas and Emma, have been absolute stalwarts through both of them, even though they were both quite young to be dealing with it. But you just get on with it and move on, but things can get tough, but you just, like I say, you just get on and move on with life.
I was never going to let that, I never wanted to let that really, are you really going to let them stop you from chasing your dream? Are you really going to let that happen?
Yeah! What a drop, left the top, living in fear. Drop the trailer 4 months prior. Keep my date clear. Ghost said 17 tracks a bad idea. I said this the foundation of man right here. Go. This the only path I know. Killing this since I was 14 years old. All the stories I told, the dreams I sold, write my name in bold. Preaching to your souls, up staying on my goals, and you know I never fold. Spit so cold like I'm doing in the snow. Breaking all the bones, see the grind I stole. Now play my role, put the game on. Oh, whoa. Bullshit, I'm so bored and I'm tired. Competition getting close, get burned by fire. Trying to talk that real, we know you a liar. You got the desire, yeah? The desire to retire. Man, you a stand, you a fan, you a mark. Damn, that's a plan, never stand in the dark. Never let the devil get his hand on your heart. He's had his hand in all the way from the start. I've got the proof, and I know that's the truth. Dude, scared to try and win, cause you might really lose. So you see me at the top, aggravate fools, cause I'm out here with the sword, just decapitate dudes. Blood on my hands, blood in the leaves. Ripped out your hat with the blood on my sleeve. All the competition missing, there's a sudden decrease. In this house, dummy building, I just made up the lease, yeah.
The academy, like, I remember I was walking around the back, in the backstage area, you see, like, David Bowie had played there, and, like, all this type of stuff, and you're sitting there, and you're going, like, wow, this is very surreal. Emotional, extremely emotional. It wasn't a long set, you just got to go up there, do your thing, and walk off, and that was fine. Section boys are huge, so the crowd was big. I had never played in front of a crowd like that before. My family were there, my friends had shown up. It was just an incredible moment for me.
While you're sitting on your own, just turn off your phone. These nights they come, they go. Pour out the shot.